government are looking to pass this renters reform bill, and they're trying quite hard to get it through. And it's well reported and cited that it's quite one-sided towards the tenants and against landlords, and it's probably going to force landlords out of the industry, which will increase rents because supply will go down and demand will remain the same, if not increase. Now, one thing to think about, and I don't know whether any consultation's been done on this or any thinking around this particular fact, is that if you are looking at buying a buy-to-let in a limited company, basically the mortgage lender will lend off the strength of the rent that the property can achieve, and there's a stress test done at about 145%. Anyway, the fact of the Renters Reform Bill reducing the tenancy of the tenant, basically they can give 30 days notice no matter how long the tenancy agreement is. So say you've got a 12-month tenancy agreement, the landlord has to provide you with accommodation for the 12-month of the tenancy agreement, but as a tenant you can give 1 month or 30 days notice and leave. Is that not losing the strength and the security of a tenancy agreement and of that rent in a landlord's ability to pay for the mortgage? Because even social housing contracts surely must also fall under the same 30 days notice and then they can leave. So if you're a mortgage company and you're looking at basically giving 100 grand to a landlord to buy a buy-to-let, and they've only really got 1 month's worth of rent possibly secured, I know you can say, oh well, there's no securities and people cannot pay and arrears and voids and all such as that, but you're taking away the weight and the security of a 12-month tenancy from the landlord and basically on paper his ability to pay the mortgage. So when lenders come to qualify landlords, i.e. limited companies, are they going to then start to change the criteria when the Renters Reform Bill comes in? Are they going to want social housing, which is probably what the government are going to want, because then it means lenders and landlords are going to lean more towards social housing contracts? Or are they going to basically, you have to do a personal guarantee from the directors or look more into the directors? It's probably going to change the way in which lenders qualify people and the amounts and the ways in which they lend to certain people. And as if there's already not enough barriers to be over jumping and hoops to be jumping through and barriers to be jumping over, being a landlord, to then have the way in which you lend also change.